What's good, my people? This is really different. I'm coming here like super in the afternoon. Hold up. Ring light. It's a little off. Word? Alright, bet. Alright, so yeah, I wasn't gonna skip today and yesterday and today. So I'm gonna go ahead because my timer is start. So today I'm gonna talk about what I was gonna talk about yesterday and combine that with today. Today's gonna be really short. I promise you, I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it as general as I can and utilize the recap for what it is and what it's made for. The recap is really made for me to go into detail with the information. During the week, it's just give you information, give you the information. Friday is made to bring it all together. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, anywho, so the topic this week is I forgive you. So the question that I asked is, why do we forgive? The first one was, nope, we're gonna go to the second one. The second one was, so we can stop living in the past. A lot of times, we hold on to things that don't need to be held on to. Is toxic to yourself to hold on to something that deep down you really want to let go. But the biggest question is, do you really want to let it go? And so many people ask me like, well, how should I say this? I'll say this. So many people ask, how do you start your healing process, or how do you know when to let go? You know. If you ask that question, it's not your time yet. It's not time to let go just yet. Because you'll know. You'll know deep down when it's your time to just skedaddle. And when it's time to leave yourself alone. Or leave something alone, or things alone, or people alone. But a lot of times in life, we choose to ignore those things. Which brings me to the third point, which is, a lot of times in life, it's not that we can't forgive them. We can't forgive ourselves for allowing them to do that to us. That's where the anger comes from. So point 2 and 3 ties in together. A lot of the times we can't let go of the past because deep down we can't forgive ourselves. Because we seen the signs. We knew what was what. We knew what was finna happen. We seen it coming. But due to us being human, we choose to ignore certain things. As a result, we get hurt. And by you getting hurt, it doesn't allow you to truly forgive that individual. As a result, you become bitter, you become sad, you become angry towards that person. And then 20, 30 years down the line, you forget the reason as to why you upset with this person. You just know you upset with that person. But instead of you actually trying to be like, what was the reason I was mad with them? You hang on to the fact that you know that you may not know the reason why you was mad with them. You just know you mad with them. As a result, you find new reasons over the years to justify why you should remain mad instead of healing yourself and just leaving the situation alone as a whole. That's just the simple part about it. You know, like I always say, life is simple. We as people make it complicated. That's the sad truth. Life is so simple. You want to be happy? Focus on happiness. You want to be sad? Focus on sadness. You want to be rich? Go out and get the money. You want to be poor? Do nothing. It's literally that simple. Now, you're going to have some bumps in the road that's going to kind of like test you and stuff like that, you know, but that's growing pain. You need growing pain. You got to. You got to have it. You got to have it. That's just like, you know, like, I don't want to use that scenario. But that's just like a person, that's like the definition of evolution. You know, like you go through stuff and you evolve. Like things are coming into your life to make you stronger. Sometimes they may break you, but a lot of times it doesn't break you in the way that you think. Sometimes it breaks you so that it can just open the inside to clean the guts out. Sometimes we got to be broken that way. You know, like that's one of the things that I like is You hear people talk about being gracefully broken. You know, like it's something that has to happen, but it's done with proper care. So as a result, forgive these people, man. Move on with life. Don't walk around life holding burdens. Because at the end of the day, I promise you, the way that life works, the same person you anger with and saying that you don't never want to talk again, is going to be a time in your life where that's going to be the only person you can go to. I kid you not. That's going to be the only person you can go to. And it's going to be strategically done in its right time. And you're going to try to go to everybody else, but you ain't going to be able to go to them. And that's going to be the only person you're going to have to go to. And you got to swallow your pride. So that's another reason why we can't forgive. We prideful people. As a result, we don't allow ourselves to forgive. You got to forgive, man. Like I said, forgiveness is a very selfish thing. And a lot of times, like I also said on Tuesday, being selfish is not a bad thing. It's not. It's the way that you utilize being selfish. It's the way that you do it. Everything has positives and negatives. But because of the world that we live in, we don't want to look at both sides. We look at certain words and just automatically think this, automatically think that. It's coming through your perspective. Because of my perspective on life, I can see both sides of the story. Because I've played both sides. I've been a negative person. I'm a positive person. Now I can understand both spectrums. You know what I'm saying? I didn't held grudges against people, and I didn't forgave people. I can play both sides. You know what I'm saying? I didn't been selfish in the positive sense. I've been selfish in the negative sense. I can understand both aspects. I can play both sides. That's what it is in life. You got to look at both pictures. You can't just look at one. You got to look at the bigger picture as a whole. You know, the biggest thing of it is the question you should always ask yourself, if it comes down to forgiveness and you feel like you can't forgive that person, why can't you forgive them? That's a simple question. Why? Once you get to the point, say for instance, I can't forgive this person because they lied to me. Okay, so why can't you forgive them because they lied? Because I feel like I've been disrespected. Well, them lying to you, how did they disrespect you? Because I feel like they could have just told me the truth. Okay, if they would have told you the truth, how would you have taken that? I still would have been upset with them. So regardless, you would have been mad. All right, you got down to the root of it. Why are you still hanging on to it? Because if the person would have told you the truth, you would have been mad. They lied to you, you mad. Regardless, you're just going to be mad. At least heal yourself in the process of being mad. It is what it is. You done seen them signs coming. You know it was coming. That's what a lot of times it comes from. Like, we see signs and we choose to ignore them. As a result, when it happens, we just seem like our whole world just crashing down. Because like, oh, I never thought you would do this. Yes, you did. Stop lying. You thought it. You knew it was coming. You felt it, but you choose to ignore it. You seen the signs. The signs was there. Signs are always there. When you get ready to go into a winding road, what's the first thing you see? Is a sign. Before you approach a construction area, a mile down the road, what they gonna do? Give you signs. In life, everything is a sign. You just gotta be able to have that spiritual eye to see the signs. That's the biggest thing about it. Can you see the signs? And when you see the signs, can you actually utilize the information you need at that current moment to be able to determine how you need to move next? And a lot of times we don't look at things like that. We just like, oh, it is what it is. Or, oh, yeah. And then we ignore it. As a result, now your whole world crashing down. Nah, that's your fault. You should have went with them signs. Them signs was there for a reason. You know, signs are always there. You just got to be able to look at them. But that's it. I'm not going to lie. Number 3 is longer than that. It's a lot more information. It's a lot more that come with that. But I ain't going to utilize it just there. I'm going to wait till tomorrow and use the recap for what it is. My biggest thing, like I say, I want to keep these videos short so that on Friday, I can actually use Friday for what it is. So my Friday videos may be slightly longer, but not that much longer. But yeah, So today we talked about number 2 and 3. So the question is, why do we forgive? Number 2 is so we can stop living in the past. And number 3 is a lot of times in life, it's not that we can't forgive them. We can't forgive ourselves for allowing them to do that to us. That's where the anger comes from. And then on Friday, I'm gonna recap all of these and go into a little more detail on number 3. Because number 2 is pretty much self-explanatory, you know. So we can stop living in the past. That's really the whole gist of being forgiven. You know, you gotta move your life forward. If you keep hanging on to this thing, what people don't realize, I'm gonna say this and stop. When it comes to forgiveness, it's not about them, it's about you. Because as a result of them doing the action to you that you feel like you can't forgive them on, it's made for you to humble yourself, give it to God, and allow God to handle that situation. As a result, us as people, we feel like it's our sole responsibility to hang this over that person's head. I'm gonna get a little more in detail with that on Friday, because it's a little more that I kind of want to be transparent and just be an eye-opener, which I feel like a lot of times we need that, because we don't see things for what they really are. Like, we look past the obvious and look for the things that's not so obvious. That's why we make life hard. Just look at the obvious and just go with the obvious. Don't read into anything. If this is not what's stated, don't read into it. Don't do it. Because I promise you, I'm an overthinker. I read into situations way more than what I should. And when it comes boiled down to it, I'm like, fam, I really overthought this whole thing for no reason. For no reason. And it always worked. And it always happened that way. I always overthink things for no reason. That's just the nature of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, being an overthinker has its positives, it has its negatives. Those are one of the negatives. Now, a positive being an overthinker, I know when I get into a situation, I can figure out the best option because I'm going to really think about every option. So it has its pros and cons, just like everything in life. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and pray. Lord, I come to you today. I know I'm a little late, but I pray that we had a wonderful day today. I know we are still kind of sort of in the midsection of the day. I pray that you give us the energy to keep making it forward, to keep pushing through life. I ask that any goals that we have set today, that we still have light in this day and still have life. I ask that you still give us the energy to conquer these particular goals that we have set out to achieve in today. Lord God, I know that as we continue to break down this concept, I ask that you open our minds, our hearts, our souls, so that we can truly digest this information, so that we can continue to grow in every aspect of life itself. In these and blessings, I ask in your precious son, Jesus' name, amen. So, tomorrow, recap. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm doing a recap. And then I'm going to upload it on my channel. I don't know which topic I'm going with for next week. I kind of know what I want to do. I kind of don't know what I want to do. I had a topic, but I didn't write it down. As a result, I don't remember it. That's why I write everything down. But, like I said, I'll let y'all know tomorrow what we're going to talk about next week. Because it's going to, like I said, so right now, for the next couple of weeks, like I'm going to go ahead and state this. I'm going to redo some of these old videos and old messages that I already did. For one, because I want to put them on my YouTube channel. I can't save the videos from Facebook. So a great way to do that is just re-record them. Record them over, especially the fact that I have new knowledge now. I have a new look. You know, this particular one was done the 4th of October, 2020. I've grown tremendously since that point. So I can see things through a different eye. You know, so I can go a little more into detail. I can kind of steer things into a different path of where it went. But the whole overall gist of it, I really want these particular messages to come out so that once you start seeing the daily tasks, you'll understand which, you know, what came from what and how to apply your different skills to achieve different tasks. Like I said, I'm also in the process of redoing the daily tasks. I'm going to sit down one day and like, I know the ideal of what I want to do. I just need to sit down and be able to categorize them. I'm going to put them into categories. Like one day, you know, you can do like as far as like personal development, spiritual development, healing, you know, different things like that. And then like some of these that I have can fit under different categories, but I'm gonna try to stick them into one category. So we got like 15. So my goal is to do like 16, so I can have like 4 each category or something like that. If I can do 5 categories, I just do 3 per category and just not add another daily task, and we'll keep it that way for a while. And then over time, we'll just add to the categories. And then as we get further and further, may reevaluate and change the system. Like I said, I'm all about growth. I always want to continue to grow. That was my problem when I did these the first time. I became very stagnant very quickly. So as a result, I'm looking for new ways to continue to grow so that I can continue to give y'all new material and keep me excited throughout the journey. Because you can get burnt out if you don't have anything to look forward for. Like if you're not doing new things, you become stagnant, become stale, you don't really want it no more. So as a result, that's what we're gonna get. So tomorrow we're gonna talk about all of these 1 through 3. We're gonna do a whole recap. I'm gonna do a more in-depth explanation of 3 because there's a lot more that I didn't state today that I wanted to. Tomorrow is Friday. More than likely, I'm gonna say this. More than likely, it will be in the morning. Today I had some things going on, so that's why I'm just doing it now. Plus, I didn't want today to go. Yesterday I wanted to do it, but I'm not gonna lie, I just been tired. So yesterday I ain't do nothing. I went to a meet. Well, I went to 2 meetings yesterday on Zoom, and that was it. I cleaned up and washed clothes. That was it. I ain't do no work for real. So yeah, that's it. I'm uploading this on my YouTube channel. As soon as we end this, it's going right on my YouTube channel. That's how I stay organized on that. So I don't have to go back and do the bulk upload like I did last time or last week. But yeah, that's all. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, you're changing the world and ourselves one toxic trait at a time. Until tomorrow for the recap. Peace.